Hello, Just Too Good here, and what if there was a minifigure series of LEGO YouTubers? With the help of Ash and Flash, who did the art for my ideas, I created a series with 20 LEGO reviewers of over 25,000 subscribers that could realistically happen. Not including brick filmers, that would be a separate series. This CMF Draft idea was voted on by my lovely $5 up Patreon supporters, and all YouTubers in this series will be linked in the description, so please check them out. Well, the only guaranteed minifigure would be JANGBRICKS. His content is 100% family friendly, and the dude produces phenomenal content and is nearing the 1 million subscribers mark. For his accessories, I thought it would be nice to include a newly molded pointer like the BrickVault one he used in many of his reviews. Number 2 is, well, yours truly. Get it? Just Too Good? Spot 2. Anyways, my sig fig is Twitch, a character owned by Disney, so a simple workaround was to base my appearance off the Beyond the Brick interview. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. This includes my nice praying mantis head, a new mold that goes over a regular minifigure head. Rumor has it if you take that off, there's a human face print, but this is unconfirmed. My accessories would be a 1x1 tile print of my favorite CMF series, 11, and a 2x2 tile with set 6414 print on a plate. I love Paradisa, and Ash and Flash nailed those simplistic designs. Alright, enough of the vanity. Third spot would be David Hall, aka Solid Brick Studios. For David, we loosely based it off his old sig fig he rarely shows. It's in his channel Avatar. And while David is known for his massive armies, to avoid copyright clashes with Disney, we chose to give him a very simple diorama as an accessory. This would have a new mold for the top of the tree. Clearly a simplified scarif, but official descriptions would leave the name out. Fourth is my boy Ross from michaelmgf, which we just took the great sig fig that Ross made of himself and put a new expression, made his skin tone yellow. Actually, that was a specific choice we wanted to do with this series. Sure, these are real people, but we wanted to make them all yellow since many of the sig figs already were yellow. Also, you'll see with this series that it's a mix of YouTubers' sig figs and their actual appearance. I thought this would provide a nice new twist on old prints. His accessories are a figure he is just about to start customizing using a paintbrush with some red paint. Fifth would be my friend MandRproductions, who is becoming one of the most popular LEGO-centric reviewers on YouTube. I'm proud of him and I think he deserves a spot. I meshed how he looks with his old sig fig design, which I think is best, but told Ash and Flash to add his signature sunglasses. Accessories would be a cop hat and handcuffs for his Brickbuster persona. Next is BrickQueen, one of the most recognizable LEGO YouTubers from the OG days. This is a mesh of her old sig fig and her new one. Her hairpiece is like the original one, but I chose to make it a new mold with a hole up top for her crown. I'm trying not to use those Rubber Friends hairpieces in this series since I know LEGO wouldn't. The outfit is newer blue one and the staff is the accessory. Speaking of OG LEGO reviewers, the first of the Brick Show brothers is Jason. We used the new beard mold that will be shown again in this series, and his accessories are 2 sets from the Ninjago 2013 wave, which was a very successful series of sets for them. And we can't have Jason without Steven. Steven is known for his minifigure wall, so we have Golden Ninja for him to put on the wall. Since that figure released in 2013, their videos around him are still some of the most popular ones on their channel. For number 9, it's Jack from the BrickVault. His accessory is a 100,000 subscriber play button, which as you can see in the upper right hand corner, Ash and Flash did a great job translating it into a simplistic 2x2 plate design. And we can't have Jack without Mike, mostly known as a news guy at BrickVault. That's why I gave Mike a laptop, and at the upper right hand corner you can see the laptop has a LEGO news script printed on it. Also, nice new hair color for Mr. Incredible's hair piece. Then there's BrickTsar, another family friendly LEGO YouTuber who brings in many fans of all ages. And BrickTsar has a new minifigure shark mold as his accessory for his love of the Duplo shark. Next is AFOL Man, one of the smaller YouTubers on the list, but I found him worthy of inclusion because he is killing it on Instagram. Dude has nearly 40,000 followers on there. I don't think anyone on this list has anywhere near that much aside from Jang. Anyways, his accessory is an allusion to that brown camera. I'm thinking of the old Instagram logo, but I also captured his signature cap in a new hair hat combo mold for him. 13th is my boy Josh from Beyond the Brick. I gave him the yellow castle on a 2x4 tile and plates as an accessory, since he's lucky to have a box for it. Also, there's a nice new color for Commissioner Gordon's LEGO Batman movie hair. Next is Brickomotion, and we've made her mini doll into a minifigure. Since she customizes mini dolls, her accessory is a newly molded mini doll statue of Mia. Also thrown in is a paintbrush with white paint to use. We have Eljay from the 3 Virtues channel, a very popular LEGO construction focused channel. We based it off his sig fig, and a newly molded mask was what he used to use to conceal his face. Jeez, who would use a mask to conceal their face? But Eljay isn't the only TTV guy. We have the illustrious Var, who would have a new hairpiece and even a new pencil mold as an accessory. He's a great artist and is sketching Tahu on a 2x2 tile. And the last of the TTV crew is Mesonak, which loves skulls. That's why he has the mug, and his accessory is a printed 1x2 tile on a plate of the Hero Factory Witch Doctor box. Sorry Froofy and Venom and the others, I didn't want to turn this into a full TTV series, so that's it for TTV. EvanTube is sort of considered to be a LEGO YouTuber, and if so, he's the biggest on this list. The minifigure is based off his logo, and his accessory is a newly molded Mr. Gold's micro statue figure, which he was able to find back in the day. Elliev Toys is a LEGO YouTuber you probably never heard of since her viewer base is different from mine, but she's super popular and we've translated her mini doll avatar into LEGO form with a new hairpiece and a 2x3 printed tile on plate of the Friends Pop Star house, one of her most popular videos. Gnaj is a wild card, or GNAJBRICKS if you want to call him that. He's the one exception to the 25,000 subs rule, but it's ran by JANGBRICKS, so it's a loophole in a way since he does have nearly 1 million subscribers. I don't know. But I thought it would be something LEGO can do as a lighthearted joke figure which would attract a lot of people. He has a new beard mold and a new goggles attachment that slides over his head, much like some of the original LEGO City Fireman, and his accessories are all related to that tan meme. So here's a checklist for the series. So much thanks to Ash and Flash for the fantastic work, including a really neat logo for this series as a whole. For exclusions, one comes to mind. I was hoping to originally include the LEGO YouTuber Zazie Nambies, since he's a huge YouTuber and has a really cool sig fig. However, since he's all about making weapons and guns out of LEGO, I feel there's no way LEGO would realistically include him. Anyways, $5 up Patreon supporters can vote on the next CMF Draft. Check out the card to go to the poll. Other options in the poll include my guesses for the Harry Potter series, Overwatch, Cartoon Network, and Sonic the Hedgehog minifigure series, and more. But I also want to hear from you guys in the comments. Who was left out of this series? Either way, see you guys later. Peace out.